Got a question in Discord today about a tricky CMS setup. So this is a works template page, and the user wants to be able to show inactive items as well as active items. So this is all static right now. None of this is actually connected to the CMS, but the user wants to be able to track this in CMS for multiple different clients and then show which services were provided for that client. The path that this user took is pretty creative and good. There's a multi-reference field where you would pick each strategy provided, and then there's strategies, over here, the different services that are that can be picked from. So you could do this with FinSuite CMS Combine attribute, and then you would have to provide strategy services provided and strategy services not provided, and then you would combine those two CMS collection lists using JavaScript. Not sure how the sorting would work. I think it would, but I'm not sure if it would show up how you want it to. You'd have to, add a sort value to your services list here and do that. Anyways, I'll show you the approach I took was a little bit different. We're going to use some custom CSS and a little bit of creativity with our attributes here. So I've got works, and then within works, I have some custom text fields. I have 4 of them here: art, direction, branding, creative approach, and design services. So this has to be text. It can't be a toggle. I did try using a toggle, but you got to use text here, and then set each one to true or false, depending on what you want it to be there. So the other thing to think about here is that this user has about 25 fields here, and their CMS, in the works here, if you come to the configuration, they're already at 41 of 60 fields. So adding 23 here wouldn't work, but you will also delete 3 here. So you could get there. It would be okay in this instance, but that's something to be mindful of if that services list is expected to grow. Now I'm on the template page here, and we can see that I'm just pulling in the name of the client, and everything else is static right now. And each service row has the name of the service here. I had to hand type this in because we can't actually get it from the, this is going to give us true or false, not the actual name of the property or the field. So we just have to hand type that in, but that's fine. And then we have both an active check and an inactive check. And so for the inactive check, we're going to come over to conditional visibility here, and we'll just set the art direction equals, if this is false, then we want to show this. So, and then this other one here, we'll set the conditional visibility. If art direction is true, then we want to show that. So if we come to one where the art direction is false, we can see that it's false for big whopping client and it's true for best client. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for all the other checkboxes. Okay, so we've got that all sorted out. Now, best client has everything set to true, so I think it's kind of a bad example. So let's go to low key client here, which has some that are true and some that are false. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take the service row and I'm going to give it a custom attribute, and we'll call this, I guess, just service. And then we'll use our attribute of art direction for that. So the value here is going to be true in this case. And we'll do the same with the service row for branding. And we'll set this to service. And now we're going to use branding. And so now that's going to be false. And you can see it's already dimmed out. And that is controlled by a little bit of custom CSS up here in an embed that I have. So I've got style open and close brackets. And what I'm doing here is I have this bracket, and this means that we're using an attribute selector with CSS. Service, this is the name of the attribute. Then we need the equal sign, and then false. So if the value is false, then I'm just going to set the opacity to 70%. So that's all that's happening right there. And since the HTML embed is directly on the page, it's going to update dynamically. And we just need to do that for the other service rows. So we'll add our custom attribute, and we'll call this service. And we'll set the value equal to creative approach. And then design services, service. And we'll set the value to design services. The other reason I like this is that there's no JavaScript. We don't need to fetch an external script. So that could, add to our load times if we're using a lot of JavaScript on our page. I always try to minimize JavaScript if I can, but sometimes you really need it. The other thing to consider is that for SEO is smart enough to read the page after JavaScript, to my understanding, but it's kind of vague how Google talks about how they, I guess, recognize that. So in general, on server side, we're shipping the exact same thing that the person client side will see. So there's no duplicate content or anything on our page other than those checkboxes. And that's really it. So I hope this helps. I think it's a pretty cool solution for a dynamic CMS. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.